This area is the north side of the altar where the choir will be located. You can see the trenches in the floor for conduits for the organ and piano and microphones and that type of thing. There'll be a storage room built in the back side of this back corner of this area for choir storage, some of their music instruments, that type of thing. And the final product of this will look like so. This is the south side of the altar area. The doorway, there's a new doorway being cut in for handicapped accessibility. There's a restroom to be in this location, and then a small storage room. And there'll be a devotional area on the south wall of the church where the ladder shows in this picture. And again, the final view of what this is going to look like. So this is a view looking from the altar towards the east, towards the narthex. You can see the framing in the clear story area. The large opening in the back wall, the east wall, is about an 8-foot diameter stained glass window. The rose window, as Father calls it. On both the north and south sides of this area will be windows in the clear story to bring in natural light into the church. Again, this is looking at the altar area. Behind the altar area, behind the wall there, is a building addition that houses the working sacristy, some storage areas, as well as a second level that has HVAC equipment and some additional storage. This is a view as you walk into the church. You can see the baptismal font right inside, right in front of you, and then you walk up towards the altar. You can see the pews and see the general arrangement of the church with a mural and lighted mural above the baptismal font. This is looking towards the narthex in the entrance of the church from the west. The piping in the front, right in the front of the picture here, is the piping for the baptismal font. To the right is an opening for air handling equipment. The yellow paneled areas are temporary walls that will come out when we get done, that are at the entrance to the church, or entrance to the narthex from the church, or the church from the narthex. This view will look like this when we're completed. This area beyond the pictures is the old church restrooms, as well as the old usher's room. That has all been removed. There'll be confessionals in here, a small usher's room, and a mother's room. And on the back side of this, behind the confessional, will be a family restroom that opens to the narthex. When we're done, this will look like this. The hallway goes into this area. On the left is the entrance to the confessionals. On the right, the first door is the usher's room. The second door is the mother's room. And then there's a small devotional area in the back. The left door goes to the confessionals, and you walk into the confessional. The door we were looking at in the hallway is on the right. You can walk in, there's a screen there. If you want to do an anonymous confession, you can walk in and kneel down and do your confession there. If you want to do face-to-face, you can go around the corner. Father will be around the corner, and you can have your confession face-to-face with Father. This is the north wall of the church. We have cut in new openings here. Those openings will have the windows put in, and then the stained glass saint windows will go in at a later date. There's also 4 similar windows on the south side of the church. This view is looking west from the church, center of the church, towards the altar area. The altar itself will be in the dirt area that you see in the picture. That'll be built up to similar type altar area to the original design of the church. The wall in the back will be framed in. The rear of this wall will be in that place. You can look up above in the center of the picture. Up above is the cupola, which will have windows in it to bring natural light in, as well as a clear story area to the left and right of this picture. We'll zoom in here on what the final view of this will look like. So this is a view of that same view of the final product with the altar and everything in place. You can see the blue area, which is the cupola, which is clear story windows on the left and right. This is a view in the new addition to the west of the altar area of the church. There's two rooms here. The room right here where I'm standing is the working sacristy for preps for mass and that type of thing. The lower level room here is storage. There's a ramp here so that people who are in a wheelchair can come through here and get up and enter the church at the altar area and not have to go up the steps. There's also a mezzanine here, so there's a stairway going up to an upper level. The upper level will have mechanical equipment for heating and cooling, as well as some additional storage.